Welcome to another video from my craft room where I incessantly talk at the camera and pretend to do crafty things. Thank you for coming to watch. Oh my god, my finger is in front of the camera. There we go, slightly better. So this week I hope you've all been checking out the summer sales that are all on. It's a great place to grab yourself a bargain pair of shoes that you don't mind decorating. A lot of my shoes were really cheap and then I made them look amazingly expensive, obviously. Yeah, so top tip for this week is to get yourself down the sales or even on the websites and find a pair of shoes that you really like that appear to be a blank canvas. Even if you have to remove some little decorations, it can really help change the look of the shoes. I remember one pair of wedding shoes I did for someone had this metal bit of bling on them, and I ended up cutting through it with a Dremel drill, removing it, and then putting a big ridiculous bow in its place. Which neatly kind of leads on to what I'm going to be showing you guys today, which are is a technique for bows that I use quite frequently on shoes. It's scalable, so you can do little tiny bows to big bows. I obviously like the big ones best. Who wouldn't? And yeah, I thought I would take you through that. So coming up soon, actually, it's just worth noting I've got some collaborations coming, so hopefully you'll get a bit more variety on the channel. If there's anything you'd like me to do or to demonstrate that you've seen on my Facebook or my Instagram, it's always Amy's Shoes, by the way, feel free to leave a comment or find me on those other channels and say, Amy, can you show me how you did whatever it is that you want me to show you how to do. Yeah, always happy to help out any way I can. Hi! So, without further ado, I'm going to switch you around. You're about to learn that my main secret is how I don't plan things very well. I'm not a planner. I'm very spontaneous, impulsive, reckless. And you're about to witness how that comes together. Right, my arm is really aching now. I need to get back down the gym. So I'm going to put you in the cradle and let's get started. So, here we go. Right. In the background, I have a huge wedges. And as you can spot, I've been making odd shapes with leather. Just knock some things over. I'm kind of sketching ideas onto the wedges. And I know I'm going to hate myself for doing this, but my plan is, this works, so just cut out loads of other pieces of material and leather to kind of cover the whole wedge area. But on the front, I want a bow. Yeah. So, let me just pop you up in the cradle, creaky chair. Remember, commission me to stop the creaking of the chair, because I'll be able to afford a shiny new one. Right. I have in front of me what I'm hoping is all I need to make crazy bows for shoes. So we've got leather that is actually, some of you on the call may recognise this, offcuts that I was given from an old job that I had. And these would have made shoes, but obviously they're offcuts, so they were going to go in the bin. So I got them. I have, tools-wise, a metal ruler, always useful. Not only for measuring things and drawing straight lines, sometimes really good for scraping stuff off your workbench. Pen. Really decent pair of scissors. These were my mum's sewing scissors, and I've just inherited them. They cut through leather like it's butter. I'm going to be working with those holographic foils. Oh, where's the camera? In 2 colours of blue. I have 2 types of glue because I wanted to show you that ordinarily I would probably work with this high-tack glue. It's all-purpose. It's bulldog clips. Oh my god, which way is my camera? There we go. Snippity snip snip snip. I'm gonna eat you. Rah. No, sorry, the clip is not going to eat you. I just got carried away. So those work just as well as these, but these were only £1 in a craft shop, so it's not like I'm breaking the bank here. Also, I have one of my favourite spray adhesives by Blue Tack because I can get it everywhere. The other spray adhesives are a bit more elusive to get. And ready, set, a sign. Oh, that no one's going to be able to read. That I'm going to be spraying with the spray adhesive outside, so I'm going to have to leave you for moments while I do that. Right, it's the beauty of live YouTube, huh? So, let's clear my space a little bit. To ensure that this is going to take to the foils that I've got, I've actually done a test, and this is the effect. So you see how the foil remains completely flexible. It's so pretty, and it's very smooth, so it just sticks to it really well. And without further ado, let us begin. As usual, I will be trying to look at the phone to see any messages as I go along, but I can't guarantee it because it is also my camera. Right, get to the back of the piece of fabric that you are working with. This technique will work really well on thicker fabrics, but it does also work on thinner fabrics. In fact, I've got an example over here. This bow was created using the same method, but using ribbon. I just haven't done one of the extra folds that you're going to see today. So because we're using upcycled and off-cut material, we need to make this work. So I have to make sure that everything I need to do fits out of this piece of material. Here's my ruler. Try and think about the widest part of your fabric. And then look at the narrowest part. So obviously I've got this width here, but find the narrowest part and think, right, everything has to fit in here, and I've got 2 shoes to do, so I need 2 bows made. So I've got easily 20 centimeters across. But the bottom of this fabric is even less wide, or narrower. So I made the mistake of using blue glitter on something recently, and now it's everywhere. Yay, glitter! They say that like there's not always glitter everywhere. So I've actually got 17, but let's go with 16 because it goes in half quite nicely. And we're just going to make marks. Sorry if you can't see what I'm up to. Oh no, you just about can. So we're saying this is my baseline. If you have a set square, feel free to use it. I do actually, and I might. But often I just eyeball these. Because a lot of the neatness comes from the folding. Sorry, the folding anyway. But as I have a set square, so a set square is going to give me a 90-degree corner so that my lines are like straight basically. And because of the restrictive nature of the size of this piece of leather, I'm going to draw up as high as I can, which is going to be 25 centimeters. Flip the set square over. It's a bit more tricky this way. So using that base as your straight line. Oops. Go up to 25, which is here. Make sure that line's in place. You don't have to be very neat because this is the back. And just draw the top as well. Hello people. This is what my head looks like today. So, fun fact, I thought I would put some makeup on for this amazing YouTube creation, as I have done for the previous sessions. Well, I've had makeup on while I've been doing them. And then I stabbed myself in the eye with the mascara brush, started crying, ruined it all, had a bit of a strop and removed it all. Good job you can't see most of my face for the whole time, right? Okay. So that's centre line. Just going to find that 8 point here. Okay, these are my cutting lines. I can tell you right now that this bow is going to be quite slim. And I've got some extra curve kicking around here because I'm going to have to do a middle bit. But if you don't have extra of the same fabric left, you can make your middle bit out of something else. For example, that's the same fabric, I've told you that already, so I can't cheat like that. Ribbon. Going back to this example here, the middle is just velvet ribbon. So, cut along your lines. I love the noise that good scissors make. So you see, I didn't really have a size in mind. I'm just working with what the fabric will give me. If you need a certain size of ribbon, then don't ask me how to do it. No. Just make sure you've got plenty of fabric, basically. When you see the folding I do, you'll realise quite how much goes into the bows that I make. But the folding makes the edges nice and neat. So, off cut goes off the screen. And another one off the screen. Yeah, that totally means I just throw it on the floor. Tidy up after myself later. God. Snippety snip snip. And the last one in the middle. Oh dear. Totally went slightly offline there, but it doesn't matter. What's done is done. Okay, so now I've got these two roughly identical piece-sized bits of fabric or leather. Still working on the back side of them. Backside. I need to find the middle point. Easiest way to find the middle point of anything is to fold it in half. So fold them end to end, give it a bit of a crease, and then where that crease is before it goes away, draw yourself a line. Same with the other side. Fold and press. I'm pressing quite hard because leather doesn't like leaving creases. And draw yourself a line. Okay, the next thing to do is decide on your width. And because I'm working with leather, I could actually make these wet to do this with, and I might. Because the fold is going to be so much easier to deal with when these are wet. But the first things I need to do, actually, because I'm going to foil them, is spray these and get them foiled. So that amazing sign is coming into play. Let's use a shoe. I will be back in 2 minutes. Promise. So, oh, I'm so special. I just used to just trash the place. I'm going to go outside and spray all over these bits of leather with repositional spray glue, basically tacky spray glue, and I don't want that all over my craft bench. So, as the sign says, I'll be back in 2 minutes. I'm back. Hope you missed me. Sign away. Okay. So I am now the proud owner of 2 very sticky bits of leather. Just have a little drink. Okay. So I've got my foil, and these are brand new packets, so I just need to crack them open. Got some small scissors, so I don't want to damage the foil. There we go, right. Come on. Oh my god, so fiddly. Right. Okay. Find the end. Feels like it's there. It's taped. Okay. Whew. They do make me work for this stuff, don't they? Ah. Almost there. Oh, tape stuck to my hands. Okay. Okay. So, my foil, right, it doesn't matter if you don't foil all the way to the edges, because we're not going to end up with those edges visible. Sorry if you can't see. So I am just pressing this foil with my fingers. I may change the brush. Into where I have stuck. Okay. Snip that end off. And now we're going to spend some time brushing the foil into the glue. And I've got a glue spatula here, which I often end up using because it's a nice uniform shape and size. Just push the foil down and it will possibly start lifting up on its own. Press in all directions. Yeah, there you go, it's lifting. So you want nice even coverage, and I can see, I don't know if the camera will pick this up, where these parts here are still stuck to the plastic, these parts here are stuck to the leather. So I just want to make sure that all parts are stuck to the leather, and it will go quite nicely. Okay, so I'm going to start peeling now. This is looking amazing. Right, and I'm just going to do a little bit more. Just to use all the foil that is available to me. And try and get this end bit here. Maybe I didn't get glue on there. No, okay. So you see, that piece of leather is now holographic blue. That's how it's done. Pop that one out of the way. Let's do the other side, and I'm going to use a darker blue so they'll look like a pair but not identical. And what I'll do is the bit in the middle will be in the opposite colour. Okay. Oh, this colour is amazing. Is the camera going to pick that up? A little bit. Let's find the edge with the sellotape. Right. It's got to be somewhere around here. So I can see that this foil is actually damaged down here, so I'm not going to use that bit. And snip the end off. I think this dark blue is nicer. So again, just pushing it in with the little glue spatula until you start to see it lifting. going to let this one stick. I'm going to quickly show you how I turn this into a bow. So turn it upside down again, find the middle point, or the other way, lengthways again, crease, get your pen, mark where that crease was, fold the sides into that point, get your glue, be generous with your glue. With leather you're not going to get bleed through really, all along that middle point. Okay. This is where those clips are going to come in handy. Fold your leather into that middle point and clip it in place. It's not going to hold otherwise, especially leather is going to be very stubborn. Clip. I've got loads of clips. You may have to do one side at a time if you don't have this many clips. Just put a bit more glue in here. You want to give it every chance it can, really, to stick. Leather is a stubborn fabric. Like I said, if you're not foiling it, you could also wet the leather. And that would aid the folding, but I don't think we'll need to. I think I may actually end up making 2 bows out of this because it's so narrow. Okay, now leave that to dry. See how this is going to work. I'm a bit concerned about this darker blue. It's not coming away the way I would expect it to. Maybe I just needed to be harder with it. So you can see I'm getting some of that effect that I was looking for. There it is. But on other parts it's just not having it. Maybe I just didn't put enough glue on this. Okay, well let's see how this one comes out, and we'll go from there. Right, even though this glue is quick drying, I don't think it's quick drying enough for the purposes of this YouTube channel. The answer, by the way, is always more clips. That's why I have box loads of them. Right, I'm going to leave it there because I want to get back out into the sun. I will be here again next week showing you how to finish off these bows. They will turn into bows, I promise. Until then, enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I hope you can find some time to check out my other videos. Thanks then, bye bye. Press the close button, yeah.